People, including myself, have knocked Florida State the entire year for beating mediocre teams. Now, first of all, they beat a very good Georgia Tech team in the ACC championship game. They beat Clemson without Jameis Winston. Now, granted, Clemson was at home and Georgia Tech was on neutral field, but they still beat them. This team knows how to win close games. They find a way. It doesn't matter how. If they need a defensive stop, they get it. If they need a first down, they get it. If they need a touchdown, they get it. They know when to have that killer instinct and get that victory, whether if it's home or on the road. They were down 3 touchdowns against Louisville. They were down 2 touchdowns against Miami, Florida, both at their places. They came back and won. What I'm trying to say here is this is a close game in the fourth quarter, Florida State, Oregon. You have to give the edge to Florida State. Oregon is not playing a close game all year. They've been blowing out teams. They have not been there. Their closest game was a loss to Arizona by 10. This Oregon team is inexperienced. Yes, do they have the best player in college football, Marcus Mariota? Yes, I think he will win the Heisman, no doubt. Everyone thinks he will. But you can't teach experience, and you can't teach experience in late game scenarios. And again, this Florida State team, they just won the national championship last year. And what they had to do, they had to come from behind in the last minute of the fourth quarter. And Jameis Winston and Florida State delivered. Also, here's how crazy people go for Johnny Manziel. Okay, a few weeks ago they had a game against the Atlanta Falcons. The Browns did a game where Manziel played for 0 snaps, recorded 0 stats, and didn't step on the field during gameplay. And his game-used jersey that he played with went for, get this, $6,249.95. Let me rephrase the game used because online it says the game used jersey. Can I rephrase it to sideline used jersey? So someone's gonna pay for this, obviously. A $6,249.95 jersey of Johnny Manziel. And here's my biggest head scratcher and biggest frustration with Billy Beane is that he trades his franchise player, Josh Donaldson, to the Toronto Blue Jays. Donaldson is a free agent until 2019. 2019, he still has 4 more seasons with this ball club, and he ships him off to Toronto. And Donaldson, yes, he didn't hit for a high average this past season, but guess what? He was in the conversation for the most valuable player just 2 years ago, and he is your franchise player. Moss hit 2 home runs in that wild card game against the Royals. Derek Norris was an all-star catcher for you last year. Yoenis Cespedes can hit the ball 500 feet and can throw it 300 feet in the air. Literally, he did it. Jeff Samardzija has really been coming into his own, and in my opinion, you traded him away at a time where he's just reaching the prime of his career. He was traded from the Cubs to the A's because of how well he was pitching Chicago. But still, in my opinion, Billy Beane blew up house way too early. And I'm afraid to say it, I almost think that he is making these trades based on emotions. This guy wants to win so bad. So bad. He's willing to do anything. He doesn't care what the naysayers say. He just wants to win. He has that passion. You have to admire it. But at the same time, you look at what he's done in this offseason, you just have to scratch your head. Moss, free agent 2017. Norris, 2019. Samardzija, 2016. Donaldson, 2019. All those guys are in Oakland for the next 2, 3, 4 years. He didn't have to change his team. He didn't have to blow up his team this offseason. He had to do it back in 2001 for the 2002 season because he knew he couldn't afford Damon. He knew he couldn't afford Giambi or Isringhausen.